Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
fine. So good afternoon, everybody. We will just recap to what we have discussed yesterday. The
Good
topic
afternoon, ma'am.
program evaluation and review technique, which is known as PERT, the acronym PERT, and this is used as one of the tools in the field of management for estimating the time of a particular project. So yes, yesterday we have discussed the concept of PERT. So PERT is nothing but a project estimation tool. It is used for estimating the time taken in completing any project. And this estimation of time is done before the project starts in the planning phase of the project. Okay, and different types of time estimation is done through this technique, PERT. So it is nothing but it is a network technique. The term network has been used here because whenever we work on any project, there are various tasks that are taken under the project. And the tasks are interrelated, they are connected in a chain. And this creates a network. So therefore, this technique, PERT, is also known as network technique, and it includes planning, monitoring, and control of project. Planning, which is done before the project starts. Monitoring means while the project is going on, to see whether the project is going in the right direction or not. Monitoring is essential, and through this we can have control over our project. So this uh, technique has got application in planning and control over complex set of tasks, because the tasks here are not simple, they are complex in nature, and there are various tasks. Therefore this term set of tasks has been used here. Okay, we have also discussed the origin of PERT, and yesterday we discussed that this particular technique is concerned with scheduling. Scheduling means time management, how the time has been divided for different tasks. So this is concerned with scheduling, scheduling of management. And it was developed by US Navy Special Project, and it was done in the year 1957. Okay, so US Navy, they were planning to have a missile, submarine missile, and this was the project. You can see the missile in the slide, and this missile was one of the big projects of the US Navy, and for this only this particular technique PERT was evolved to check the research and development of activities related to the launch of missile. So this is the background or the historical background of this technique, PERT. And after that, this became popular and it was used in other fields also. And nowadays, it is used in the field of education also. But please do remember that this technique is used for large scale projects. Okay. And here, time factor is
मैम
important. Cost factor is not important.
मैम आज भी फैन का आवाज आ रहा है.
Okay, wait. I think it's better now. So here in this technique, time factor is more important than the cost factor. And it is applied to large scale projects. And one particular PERT technique is useful only for one time project. Whenever you will work on some other project, then we need to have a different PERT technique. That means the time calculation. I think somebody wants to join the class. Let me just check and then we will rejoin again. Okay, this is Sangya, Varun, Both of you have joined. Okay, then we will continue. We are just recapitulating whatever we have done yesterday. Okay, so the time factor is important here, and basically this particular technique is used for large scale projects, and
Good
it
afternoon, ma'am.
research and development projects also. Okay, so the basic purpose of the PERT technique is concerned with time estimation, how time is estimated here. And there are three terms here: the shortest possible time, the most probable time, and the longest amount of time. We have already discussed all this yesterday. That shortest time is the least time that is taken by any project. Longest time means the largest amount of time or the longest time. Probable time is the normal time, the most probable time taken by the project. Okay. And we have also seen the comparison between these two techniques, PERT and CPM. CPM, again, we will come to know more about it after we complete with PERT. Then I will discuss with you CPM in detail. But both these techniques are similar in nature. Both works on network diagram. Okay, they make a graphical or visual representation of their project, and time estimation is essential in both the techniques. Then comes the PERT chart. The PERT charts are considered to be the soul of the whole PERT technique. Okay, you cannot have a PERT technique without PERT charts. And we have discussed yesterday that PERT charts are nothing but project management tool. Okay, and this is done under any project, and this makes the scheduling and coordination between the team members more easier. Okay, and then we can see that when a project is divided into various tasks, how much time is needed for one task to complete. That can be easily estimated with help of these PERT charts. So as you can see in this PERT chart, which is shown in the slide, there are two colorful rectangular boxes. The green color is representing the initial point or the starting point of the project. And the yellow box where finish is written, it is representing the ending of the project. Okay, and in between start and end or finish, you can see there are various gray color rectangular boxes with ABCD written on it. Okay, so these boxes, they represent the various events. That is the task. Okay, the various tasks that has to be completed within the project, and these are known as nodes. These are some of the technical terms that we will use. Nodes are nothing but the various events or the tasks, and they are represented by rectangular boxes or circular. We can have circles also in place of rectangular boxes. Then you can see the arrows. Okay, the black color arrow and the red color arrows are there, and these arrows are connecting one rectangular box with the other rectangular box. Okay, and they are also showing the direction in which the project will move. Fine. So these arrows or these lines, they are known as vector lines. So there are nodes and there are vector lines in any PERT chart. So these are the two terms. And this is what the slide says, that the rectangular boxes or the circles, they represent the events or the task, and they are known as nodes, and the lines or the arrow lines, these lines are connecting the nodes and they are known as vector. Okay, so these are the two terms. Now you can see some of the PERT charts over here. There are two types of PERT chart. In the first chart, the rectangular boxes are used, and in the second chart, the nodes are represented by circles with numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 written on these circles. Okay, and only one color line you can see, the red lines, and these are the normal lines in case of the second figure. Okay, but in the first figure you can see two different color lines are used, black and red. So here in the first figure, black lines are representing the normal path, okay, and the red lines are representing the critical path. Critical path here means that in case if something goes wrong during the implementation of the project, then we can go for the alternatives also. We can take the red paths also. So these are the critical paths. Okay, another type of chart is here. You can see in the slide. Again, the starting and the ending point, you can see rectangular boxes with curved lines, and the events are represented by green circles. And in the circles, the tasks are numbered, task 1, task 2, this way. And also you can find that the number of days needed to complete one task is also mentioned on these circles. Okay, so there are three different paths, and if you will calculate the days, you will find that the total number of days to complete the task, to complete the project through various paths is different. If we take the first path, it is 3 days plus 9 days, that is 12 days. Okay. Second path, 2 plus 9, it is 11. And the third path is the shortest path because it is taking only 10 days for the project to complete. So these are the three terms: the shortest path, the longest path, and the most probable path or the most probable time. Okay. Up to this much we have discussed yesterday. Now, this particular chart is showing only a part of the PERT chart because you cannot see the starting point or the end point here. Okay. And even the numbering of the task here begins from 4. Task 4, then task 8 is there. So this is a very big project. And in this slide, only a part of the PERT chart is shown. So this is basically what is PERT chart. This much we have discussed yesterday. Now shall I proceed further?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. So today we will see the various types of time estimation. Okay. The time estimation that is done in the PERT chart. So again, we will come across certain terms. The first time is known as optimistic time, जिसको हिंदी में हम लोग आशावादी समय कहेंगे. ओके और ये आशावादी समय या ऑप्टिमिस्टिक टाइम जो है, दिस इज नथिंग बट द शॉर्टेस्ट और द मिनिमम टाइम. Okay, the shortest or the minimum time that could be expected if everything went exceptionally well. अगर सब कुछ बिल्कुल सही जैसा हम लोगों ने प्लान किया है उसी तरह से आगे बढ़ता है, तो कम से कम इतने समय में हमारा प्रोजेक्ट जो है वो कंप्लीट हो जाएगा. ओके, so this is optimistic view and therefore this is known as optimistic time. The second term is just opposite to this. The second term is pessimistic time, nirashawadi samay. Okay, suppose for example if something goes wrong, suddenly some problem comes, and because of which the project is delayed. Okay, so what will be the longest or the maximum time for the project to complete? Okay, so therefore this is known as pessimistic view, keeping in mind the sudden obstacles or the problems that we may face while implementing our project. So this is just opposite to your optimistic time. And this also we have discussed, the longest time. Okay, and the third one is your normal time. Means normal time means the most probable time. Okay, अगर सब कुछ ठीक ढंग से चलता है, बहुत जल्दबाजी भी नहीं है, तो फिर लगभग कितना समय लगेगा आपकी परियोजना को समाप्त होने में, उसका समापन होने में. So this is normal time. Okay, so these are the three terms here: optimistic time, Optimistic time means the shortest time. Pessimistic time, which means the longest or the maximum time. And the third one is the normal time, which is estimated when we are working with PERT technique. Fine. Now let us see the methodology or the steps of PERT. Okay, there are several steps that we have to follow when we are applying this technique PERT. The first step is, first we have to define the project. हमारी जो परियोजना है हमको उसको परिभाषित करना पड़ेगा. Again, it seems somebody is there who wants to join the class. Okay, so we are discussing about the steps or the method. First step is defining the project. Defining the project means that the whole project should be broken down into different activities or tasks. Because our project is very big, it is very complex in nature. Therefore, to make it more simpler, to simplify the project, to make things clear, we will have to break our project into smaller parts. Okay, and these smaller parts are the different activities which we call task. Okay, and these tasks are represented by the nodes in the PERT chart. If you remember, in the PERT chart, the different activities or the different tasks of the project, they are represented by circles or rectangular boxes, which are known as nodes. So first thing is we have to simplify our project to make the things much more clear. The second is, now once we have divided our project into various parts or activities, now we have to arrange them in a logical sequence. Okay, there should be a particular sequence that we have to follow. So we have to arrange our activities or the tasks in a logical sequence. पहले कौन सा टास्क होगा, उसके बाद हम किस टास्क को रखेंगे. Okay, so this order should be decided. And all the tasks should be arranged in the sequential manner in the PERT chart. And after doing this much, the third step is regarding the network diagram. Network diagram means your PERT chart. Okay, PERT chart is called the network diagram over here. So the third thing is we have to draw the PERT chart or the network diagram, where we will show all the different activities, events with help of the nodes, and then we will number them so that numbering simplifies the order also, and we are arranging them in a logical sequence also. Okay, and then with help of the network arrows, that is the vectors, we will establish the relationship between the various tasks. Up to this much is clear? Up to point number 3?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then comes the most important part. The fourth step of PERT technique is very important. Okay, because your whole success of your technique depends upon the time estimation. Time estimation is the main concern in this technique. Okay, so we are going to see this in detail, how the time is estimated. So as already discussed, we will use 3 types of time here: optimistic time, आशावादी समय, pessimistic time, निराशावादी समय, and normal time, that is the most probable time, या फिर सामान्य समय. So these are the 3 types of time that is calculated or estimated in this technique. Okay, then after this, standard variation and variance for each activity is also calculated. I hope all of you are familiar with the term standard deviation.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here this standard deviation is also calculated for every activity. means how much deviation is allowed or how much the activity may be deviated from its original form. Okay, so that standard deviation is also calculated, and we have formulas to find all this, which we will see in the next slide. What are the formulas? Okay, and then the earliest start time and the latest finish time are calculated. Okay, EST, earliest starting time, when we are going to start our project. Okay, what should be the launching date of our project? That is the earliest start time. And when are we going to complete our project? That is known as the latest finishing time. So here we again we have few new terms. Earlier we have seen optimistic, pessimist, and normal time. Now here we come across standard deviation, EST, and LFT. Okay, these are new terms that we have learned here. So earliest starting time, the when we are going to launch or start our project. Latest finishing time, when we are going to complete with our project. Okay, then after that, let us see how the time is estimated. Okay, so EST, again one more term is here, EST, which is also known as earliest start time or the expected time. Okay, that is also marked on the network diagram. Network diagram here means the PERT charts, okay, which we have discussed. So on the PERT charts, you're going to mark all these things. And another new term, slack. Slack is also a type of time only. Okay, so slack is also calculated. Now, what is the meaning of this term slack? Slack is the length of time an activity can be delayed without delaying the whole project. And just I'll try to explain this with help of one example. Suppose there is any educational project on which the government is working. Okay, and suppose that big project has been divided into several milestones. Okay, several activities, several smaller projects. Now, the success or the commencement of one project depends upon the completion of the previous project. Okay, एक प्रोजेक्ट एक परियोजना जब समाप्त होगा, उसके बाद उसके नेक्स्ट बाद वाला परियोजना जो है उसकी शुरुआत की जाएगी. तो कितनी देर तक अगर कोई गड़बड़ी हो जाती है, कोई समस्या आ जाती है, तो कितनी देर तक हम लोग एक परियोजना को रोक के रख सकते हैं या उसको हम डिले कर सकते हैं ताकि उसके बाद वाली परियोजना पर कोई प्रभाव ना पड़े. ओके, सो ये जो कैलकुलेशन है इसको हम लोग स्लैक कहते हैं. एंड दिस इज ऑल्सो द लेंथ ऑफ टाइम. ओके, दिस इज ऑल्सो अ टाइप ऑफ टाइम ओनली. इतनी देर तक, इतने समय तक हम लोग एक परियोजना में डिले कर सकते हैं, which is allowed, okay, without affecting or delaying the next project. Okay, so this particular slack time is also calculated. Now let us see, continuing with the same point, time estimation. How are we going to do this calculation? Okay, so this is the formula. E is equal to O plus 4M plus P, the whole divided by 6. Okay, this is the formula which is used for calculating the expected time. Okay, E here stands for expected time. O is the optimistic time. Okay, optimistic value, the minimum time required for completing any project. M is the most likely value. Okay, that is the normal time, the most probable time, or the real time we can call, okay, for completing the project. And P stands for pessimistic value, maximum time for completion of project. Already we have discussed about these three types of times. Okay, O, optimistic, M is the normal or the most likely value, and P is the pessimistic value. Okay, all these are marked, okay, and are already calculated. So it is put into the formula, and the value of E, that is the expected time, the most probable time in which the project will complete, that can be calculated making use of this formula. So for example, suppose the values of M, O, and P, if it is known to you, easily you can calculate E, that is the expected time. And here you can see the example also. Suppose N, that is the most likely value. Suppose it is 12 months. Okay, 12 year means the time. तो ये जो टाइम है ये डेज में होगा, मंथ में होगा या ईयर में हो सकता है. So suppose M is 12 month. Okay. O, which is optimistic value, and it should be less than M. Okay. So suppose it is 7, minimum time. And P is the pessimistic time, that is the longest or the maximum time, and it is always greater than M. So suppose if it is 29. So the values of M, O, and P are known to you. So you can put these values into the formula or the equation, and then we can find the value of E. So E comes to be 14. That means in 14 days or in 14 months, we will be able to complete our project if everything goes according to our planning. Okay, so this is one formula or equation that is used by the PERT technique to calculate the expected time. Again, continuing with the same point, time estimation. Two more terms were there, which we have seen in the earlier slides. And these two terms are variance and standard deviation. So here are the formulas to calculate the variance and the standard deviation. All these are statistical equations or formulas which is used for calculating the standard deviation and the variance over here. Okay, so this can be used. Again, you can find the same terms like O, E, M, all these we have. P we have already seen. O is the optimistic time, E is the expected time, M is the most probable value, and E expected, and P is the pessimistic time. So these are the formulas that is used. We will not go much in detail about the derivation of the formulas and all. Okay, because here we are concerned with only the concept and how the PERT technique can be applied. Okay, and since time estimation is essential here, therefore we are going through these formulas. So you can, if you have the same values that we have used earlier also, okay, and we have calculated E, which came to be 14 months. So if you're using that, then putting these values into the formula for standard deviation, it comes out to be 6.95 days. Okay, unit is important here. If your unit is month, then this will be, this value will come in months. If your unit is days, then this value will come in days. Okay, so here the value is written 6.95 days. That is almost 7 days or a week. That means the whole project may be deviated, or there may be a deviation by 1 week. Okay, एक week पहले week समाप्त हो सकता है ये project, या फिर एक week बाद भी समाप्त हो सकता है. This is the normal deviation, standard deviation, which has been calculated for this particular project. I hope this much is clear to you.
मैम
Yes.
मैम एक्सपेक्टेड टाइम हमेशा रियल टाइम से ज्यादा ही रहेगा.
ये कैलकुलेशन तो यही शो कर रहा है कि एक्सपेक्टेड टाइम आपका 14 आया है और एम यानी कि रियल टाइम आपका 12 है. तो बहुत ज्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं है. ओके, 12 एंड 14 में, but the calculation is showing that only. You can try different values. Okay, give different values to M, O, and P, and then you can see what is the value of E. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So this is your time estimation. Okay, so this was the fourth point. Now the fifth point or the fifth step here is the critical path. Okay, so critical paths are also identified and marked on the network diagram. As discussed earlier, critical path are the alternatives, विकल्प. ओके, एक सामान्य पाथ होता है, नॉर्मल पाथ होता है, लेकिन हमेशा प्लानिंग करते वक्त हमें विकल्पों को भी लेकर चलना पड़ता है, ऑल्टरनेटिव्स को भी ध्यान में रखना पड़ता है. मान लीजिए इफ समथिंग गोज रॉन्ग, कुछ गलत हो जाता है और किसी कारणवश अगर हम लोग नॉर्मल पाथ को फॉलो नहीं कर पाते हैं, then what next? Okay, you cannot just sit like that, you cannot just stop your project. Okay, the work should continue, and therefore these critical paths are also identified and marked on the network diagram. Network diagram is the PERT chart. Okay, so in case if we are not able to follow our normal path, then we can follow the critical paths. These critical paths are very important for the success of the PERT technique. So this is also marked on the PERT chart. And the length of the critical path and the total project duration is also found. Okay, whatever calculation we have done earlier, taking the normal path into consideration, the same calculation we will have to do for the critical path also. Okay, and then we can compare both and we can see if we are going to do normal path, then how much time we require, and if we are following the critical path, then what amount of time is required by us to complete the project. So this is the fifth point. And then the last point is updating the project chart. 1 minute, just 1 minute. Okay. So after time estimation was the fourth step. Then we have the critical path. After the critical path, now we come to updating the project chart. Okay. Updation means here making certain modifications into the project. Okay. Once the project has started, and if you find that this particular project or the project chart, if it needs certain modification, okay, then accordingly you will have to modify your planning, your monitoring, and your controlling process also, and that also has to be marked in the chart, and this is what is known as updating the project chart. That is making the modifications so that the project goes in the right direction. Okay, so these are the steps involved in the PERT technique. I hope it is clear to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you have any queries now, once we complete with everything,
Yes,
then you
ma'am.
questions. Okay, so this is all about PERT. We have seen the concept of PERT. We have seen the PERT chart, okay, which is very important in PERT technique, and the various terms. Okay, we have seen the various terms also, and then the steps that we have to follow in PERT technique. Now, after covering this much, let us see the advantage of PERT technique. What is the advantage of this PERT technique? Okay, so this is also a new technique or tool in the field of management. Okay, and therefore it forces the management to plan carefully and study how the various parts fit into the whole project. Okay, if you have a big project and there are several parts in it, then how are you going to fit these parts into your project? Where are you going to place these activities or tasks? Okay, so that the project completion becomes smoother. So this is the first advantage. Now the second advantage, it is talking about the managers. Okay, now the word business manager is written here. Okay, We can use this for educational managers also. This enables the business or the educational managers to predict the time and cost of the project in advance. Okay. Now, time factor is more important here. The cost factor is not important. When we are considering the PERT technique, cost is secondary to time. Okay. Time estimation is more important. And we come to know how much time the project will take, okay, for its completion. That can be predicted beforehand. So this is the second advantage. And the third advantage is talking about, it is saying that PERT is nothing but a forward looking control device. Okay, it is used as a control device, and you can control the whole process of management here. And forward looking because it is done before the project begins. So it calls for attention on timely completion of the project and avoids delay. Since time factor is important here, therefore the focus is on timely completion of the project. Then after that, the other advantages, it also suggests areas for increasing efficiency and for reducing the cost. Okay. So while you're working, and since we can control the whole project, there are several tasks. So we can identify the tasks which are more important and the tasks which we can avoid. Okay. So if there are tasks which are not very important, so we can remove those tasks from the PERT chart, and this way we can reduce the costing. Okay, because we are also controlling the resource here. Therefore, the costing can be reduced with help of PERT technique. And at the same time, it is also providing us up-to-date information. Okay, up-to-date information of the project or the program, so that the necessary steps may be taken to minimize the delay and interruptions. So there is scope for modification. Even if you have started with the project, if your PERT chart is ready, if you find something wrong in it, if something needs modification, there is always provision to make those changes. And this way you can improve the mechanism and you can also minimize the delay. Okay, जो भी रुकावट आ रही है, जो भी interruptions हो रहा है, उसको कम किया जा सकता है with help of this technique. So these are the advantages of using PERT technique. Okay. Now, since we are discussing about the advantages, every technique, no technique is perfect in itself. Okay. So if there are advantages, obviously वहां पर कुछ कमियां भी होंगी, कुछ shortcomings भी होगा. So let us discuss about the disadvantages of PERT. Okay. Now, जो पहला disadvantage है कि इसमें जितनी भी activities होती हैं, उनको हम लोग पहले प्लान कर लेते हैं. ओके, उनको हम लोग पहले प्लानिंग कर लेते हैं इन एडवांस. बट बहुत सारे ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं जैसे रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट प्रोजेक्ट्स. इन प्रोजेक्ट्स में, रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट प्रोजेक्ट्स में, it is not possible to list out all the activities in advance. Okay, it is not possible for you to know all the activities or all the tasks beforehand. There are many things that we come to know during the course of our research and development. Okay, all of you are working on your dissertations and you must be facing this problem. Okay, you must have planned something, and while working on your dissertation, you must have come across several problems. और उस समय आपको लगा होगा कि आपकी जो प्लानिंग जो है वो मे बी राइट डायरेक्शन में नहीं जा रही है, because there are many things that is coming in the course of the research. Likewise here also, the projects where research and development are concerned, it is not possible for us to list out all the activities. And if we cannot list out all the activities in advance, we cannot show them on the PERT chart also. So this is one of the limitation here of this technique. Okay. Now, the second limitation is, it says that the emphasis here is on time. Time is the main concern. Okay. जो समय का जो हम लोग एस्टिमेशन कर रहे हैं वही यहाँ पर हमारा मेन कंसर्न है. कॉस्ट इज सेकेंडरी टू टाइम. कॉस्ट फैक्टर को हम लोग सेकेंडरी मान रहे हैं और टाइम फैक्टर को हम लोग पहले मान रहे हैं. दिस इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द लिमिटेशन. ओके, बिकॉज आवर रिसोर्सेज डिपेंड्स अपॉन आवर बजटिंग. तो जो भी हमारा रिसोर्सेज है वो हमारे फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग पर भी डिपेंड करता है, हमारे बजट पे डिपेंड करता है, हमारे कॉस्ट पे डिपेंड करता है. देयरफॉर वी कैन नॉट कीप cost factor as the secondary factor. It is equally important and that we have to take into consideration, and this is also one of the disadvantages of PERT technique. Okay, so the third point says here कि our main concern is based on time estimation. और ये जो टाइम एस्टिमेशन किया जा रहा है ये बिफोर हैंड किया जा रहा है, इन एडवांस किया जा रहा है, प्रोजेक्ट शुरू होने के पहले किया जा रहा है. तो हमेशा इसमें कुछ ना कुछ एरर जो है वो आएगा, कुछ ना कुछ त्रुटि उसमें आएगी. टाइम एस्टिमेशन बिल्कुल एग्जैक्ट नहीं किया जा सकता है. ओके, एंड एट द सेम टाइम इट रिक्वायर्स हाईली ट्रेन्ड पर्सनल. ओके, जो भी ह्यूमन रिसोर्स है आपका जो इस टेक्निक का उपयोग कर रहे हैं उनको हाईली ट्रेन्ड होना है, उनको प्रशिक्षण प्राप्त होना चाहिए. ओके, दे शुड बी अवेयर विथ दिस टेक्निक PERT, एंड देयर आर सेवरल थिंग्स इन दिस PERT, कैलकुलेशंस, एस्टिमेशंस, PERT चार्ट, और इसलिए बहुत अच्छा प्रशिक्षण होना चाहिए उनके पास. Okay, this is also one of the limitation. And the last limitation is this particular projects. शुरू से हम लोग ये डिस्कस करते आ रहे हैं कि ये बड़ी परियोजनाओं के लिए यह ज्यादा उपयुक्त है, यह तकनीक जो है PERT. ओके, और जनरली जो बड़ी परियोजनाएं होती हैं वो गवर्नमेंट के द्वारा शुरू की जाती हैं. ओके, स्कूल्स में जो भी परियोजनाएं होती हैं वो जनरली स्मॉल स्केल प्रोजेक्ट्स होते हैं. सो देयरफॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर टेक्निक इज नॉट वेरी इफेक्टिव फॉर स्मॉल स्केल प्रोजेक्ट्स which we have in schools. Okay, so this is also one of the limitation. So with this we complete with the PERT technique. Now it's your turn. If you have any queries, any question, then you can ask.
मैम,
Yes.
जब भी कोई एजुकेशनल पॉलिसीज बनता है तो उसमें PERT तो बनता होगा, उसमें तो यूज किया जा सकता है एजुकेशन में.
हाँ, ये डिपेंड करता है स्मिता कि कौन से अप्रोच को वहां पर फॉलो किया जा रहा है. ओके, इसके पहले भी हम लोग एजुकेशनल प्लानिंग के वेरियस अप्रोचेस को हम लोग डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. सो व्हाट इज द फोकस ऑफ दैट एजुकेशनल प्लान, व्हाट इज द फोकस ऑफ दैट पॉलिसी. ओके, and since we need experts, so if experts are available then we can use the PERT technique. So it depends. Okay, it is not essential that this is not the only technique. Okay, this is one of the techniques used for time calculation.
मैम, क्योंकि UNPE जो आया 19 वाला उसमें टाइम फ्रेम दिया था ना कि इतना से इतना तक वो ऑनलाइन दिया जाएगा, उसके बाद उससे सजेशन मांगा जाएगा. ये सब तो PERT के तहत ही होगा ना कि इतना से इतना टाइमिंग देंगे, फिर उसके बाद रिवीजन में जाएगा, इतना वो जाएंगे, सर्वे करेंगे. इसे भी तो
टाइम एस्टिमेशन हुआ होगा, लेकिन पूरी तरह से हम ये नहीं बता सकते हैं कि PERT टेक्निक का इस्तेमाल किया गया है या CPM टेक्निक का इस्तेमाल किया गया है. इसके बाद जो टॉपिक हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे CPM, उसमें भी टाइम एस्टिमेशन किया जाता है. ओके, सो कौन सी टेक्निक का उन्होंने इस्तेमाल किया दैट इज नॉट नोन टू अस, बट यस PERT इज ऑब्वियसली वन ऑफ द टेक्निक्स व्हिच इज यूज्ड फॉर टाइम कैलकुलेशन. ओके, Anything else? Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
मैम इसका एक ड्रॉबैक जो कह रहा है कि इसमें टाइम एस्टिमेशन में हमेशा एरर होता है। इसके पहले की स्लाइड्स में हमने देखा था कि उसमें एक रेड वेक्टर था और एक ब्लैक था। तो वो जो ब्लैक था वो कंफर्म मतलब वो एक्चुअल टाइम था, और रेड जो था वो जो टाइम में एस्टिमेशन में जो एरर हो सकता है वो उसको डिनोट कर रहा था। तो ये तो हम लोग फॉर ग्रांटेड ले करके चलते हैं ना कि टाइम में एरर आएगा ही जब हम चार्ट बना रहे हैं तो।
यस, किसी भी चीज को जो भी प्लानिंग होती है, जो बिफोर हैंड किया जाता है, वो दैट इज लाइक प्रोबेबल बोलते हैं, प्रोबेबल टाइमिंग है। ओके, प्रोबेबिलिटी है, संभावना है कि ऐसा होगा, लेकिन एग्जैक्टली या वास्तविकता में एकदम वही होगा यह हम लोग बिल्कुल 100% श्योरिटी के साथ नहीं बोल सकते हैं। ओके, और कुछ, एनीथिंग एल्स यू वुड लाइक टू आस्क? Okay, so this is your PERT technique. PERT technique is one of the management tools or techniques, okay, which is basically used for estimation of time. And here we work with PERT charts, also known as network diagram, okay, which has nodes and vectors depicting the various events and the direction of the events. And we have new terms like optimistic time, pessimistic time, and the most likely time or the expected time. Then, okay, so these are the new terms or the three types of time estimation that is done here. I hope it was clear to you.
मैम आई हैव वन क्वेश्चन।
Yes, please ask.
मैम ये पर्ट चार्ट जो हम लोग बनाते हैं इसको किस चीज पर बनाया जाता है? एक्सेल शीट पे बनाया जाता है या वर्ड फाइल पे बनाया जाता है?
जैसे 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 टेक्नोलॉजी एडवांस हो रही है, तो इसमें जितने भी टेक्नोलॉजी के जो नए नए टूल्स हैं ग्राफिकल रिप्रेजेंटेशन के लिए, उसका यहाँ पर इस्तेमाल किया जाता है। लेकिन इन अर्ली डेज व्हेन टेक्नोलॉजी वाज नॉट सो एडवांस्ड, then you can do it manually also. Okay, with a pencil and with your hand you can draw it on a chart paper or some paper. But yes, obviously technology has advanced so much and we have so many graphical tools available. Okay, there are so many software, so nowadays they must be using the new software to draw these charts. Okay,
यस मैम।
so with this we complete with this topic. Have a nice day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am।